Hi class, this is our second meeting. Just like stated in the course outline, today we are going to learn about reading strategies. These strategies are very important for you to understand and to do the questions, the reading sections in the ELPT test very effectively. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn today. The first topic is the previewing, predicting, and also skimming, and the last one is passages and questions. You can see in your book the more complete explanation about each of the topic today. Okay, so the first topic is previewing. Basically, previewing is an activity when you look at something quickly before you read it. Why do we need to preview the text? You can do that. It can help you with your reading. You can get the ideas about the passage by just plain preview. Look the topic or maybe the title or just some part of the text. And also, you can understand better and read faster if you preview it first. If you preview the text first, your brain will prepare. Your brain will be prepared. Your brain will prepare every information related with that topic. Therefore, when you finally read the text, your brain has prepared everything and makes you easier to grasp the ideas of the text. That is why previewing is very important. How to preview the text? Well, you can see, what is it? What is the text? Is it a letter? Is it a story? Is it some kind of procedure? Who wrote it? Try to look at the author of it. And what is it about? You just can look at the title and guess what is it about. How long is it? Is it difficult or easy to read? If it is easy to read, then your brain will prepare will prepare the information, or maybe will be just in an easy mode. But if it is difficult to read, well, your brain will prepare everything and get you ready to read the text. Is it interesting or useful? And what will come next? These questions guide you on how to preview the text. So before you read the text, try to ask these questions. No worries, all of this will come automatically and it occurs in a split of a second. And after you preview the text, you predict. The predictions are thoughts about what you will think happen in a story before you read, or maybe what you will think will be in the text. A prediction is more than just a guess. It should make sense with the clues you have been given. Where do we have the clue? The clue is stated, the clues are stated in everywhere in the text, from the title, from the layouts, from the length of the text, or maybe from the author of the text. For example, if you read that, when you preview, you know that the text was written by J.K. Rowling. Well, you know that it must be something related with Harry Potter or maybe something like that. So your brain will prepare any information related with J.K. Rowling or maybe about Harry Potter. And why do we need to predict? Prediction helps us to focus on what we are reading about. If we guess what the text will be, we will be focused on what we are reading about. And it helps us make connection about what we already know to what we think we know. Well, okay, you might know something about dinosaurs. They are huge. Some of them eat meat and some of them are herbivores. But then, if there are new information stated in the text, well, it's either you gain more knowledge or maybe just revise what you think you know. And it makes your reading seems fun. It gets us excited about what we are reading. If you have some kind of guess about something and that you want to know whether it's true or false, that makes your reading activity more exciting. How do we make predictions to help us understand what we are reading? Well, before you begin reading, you just preview the title, the table of contents, if it is a book, and pictures. Maybe the text you are reading contains pictures. You can use the pictures to predict. And then ask this question to yourself. Does this remind me of any experiences in my life? Does this remind me of other books I have read? Have I read or heard something like this before? If you have this kind of information beforehand, again, your brain will prepare everything to make your reading activity go smoothly. Before you are ready, your brain is ready. And let's do the practice here. Look at this text. Before we read the whole text, you can use this as a prediction. Look at the title. This is the title. And this part is usually appear in cooking tutorial. So, if these two appear, right, this must be something about food. Look, in cooking tutorial, it must be something about food, right? You know about it. It's a common knowledge. And there is a name of a food here. So, this must be about how to cook brown rice and vegetables. For more guidelines for previewing and predicting on longer passages, you can see module page 8. Okay, now we go to the other strategy, scanning. Scanning is a very fast kind of reading. You can scan when you want to find information quickly. Okay, for example, you might want to scan a telephone book, a menu, a dictionary, or a web article. How do we scan? The first, move your eyes very quickly over the text. In this stage, you do not read. You just move your eyes very quickly over the text. Don't read all the words, of course. Just focus on the words that help you find the information. For example, you might want to find the number of your best friend from a telephone book. Well, you don't need to do that right now. I mean, in this moment, currently, but back then in the 19th, you need to find some telephone number from a very huge yellow book. That way, you just focus on the name of your friends or maybe your friend's father. You do not have to read all the names on that. You just focus on the name of your friend's father. And for example, if you want to find a word from a dictionary, you do not read all the words written in that dictionary, don't you? You just focus on one specific word that you want to know the meaning. Maybe you want to know the meaning of when you want to know the meaning of chaos, for example. You don't know the meaning of chaos, so you're just trying to find that word in the dictionary. You scan the pages of the dictionary. You start with opening the page containing words preceded by C. And then you just move your eyes, move your fingers down the pages until you find the word chaos. Why do we need to scan? Scanning practice will help you recognize words faster and move your eyes more quickly across the page. This way, you can read faster and with better comprehension. Applying this strategy will make your reading activity efficient, particularly when you need to answer reading questions of very long passages in a very limited time, such as in the ELPT tests. Well, you do need to apply this so that you can answer the questions as quick as possible. You can save lots of time to do the other questions, to do the other sections, for example. This is a very, very important strategy. And the last strategy is skimming. Okay, what would you do if you found yourself in this situation? You want to find out a little about the recent election in France. There is a long newspaper article on the subject, but you don't have the time to read it all. You need some information about the theories of Sigmund Freud. But there are so many books about Freud, and now you need to know which will be the most useful. You just don't have all day to read all the book. You only need to find one significant information or about one Sigmund Freud's theory, not all of them, just one theory, and you just don't need the time. You just don't have the time to do that. Also, you went to a movie last night and you thought it was terrible. You noticed a review of that movie in a magazine today, and you want to find out quickly if the reviewer agrees with you. You just want to find it quickly if the reviewer agrees with you. You are reading a detective story and you were in a hurry to find out who the murderer is. The answer for all those situations is skim. Alright, what exactly skimming is? Skimming is a high-speed reading that can save you lots of time. You skim only to get the general sense of a passage or a book. You see the keywords of the previous slides. You want to know something quickly, you want to read fast, and you want to save lots of time. Those are the keywords. And to do that in a very short period or maybe a short time, you need to do a high-speed reading. That is skimming. How to skim? The first, you always work as fast as you can. Try to work as fast as you can all the time. And always keep in mind the reason you skim. What do you want to know? What do you want to find? Just focus on that. Read only the words that will help you get the sense of the passage. You just need to read the keywords and the sentences containing the keywords. And also, even though you have to work as fast as you can, you need to be flexible when you are skimming. How much you skim in the passage depends on your purpose and on the passage. Well, maybe you need to read the first paragraph to get the sense of the passage. For one reason, you can do that. But if a text is so long, you may also read the other paragraphs, the second or maybe the last paragraph. Not every text is summed in a paragraph, and the summary is placed at the beginning of the text. Some texts just include the information throughout the text. So you need to find it not only by reading the first paragraph, but also to skim the other paragraphs. And you have to read the last paragraph more carefully. Why? Because that's usually where the summary is. Usually the summary of the text is placed in the last paragraph. But if what you are reading is a book, then maybe it is placed in the last chapter, or maybe in the last section of each chapter. Okay, now let's practice. You see this? This is a picture. Let's do the scanning. What do you notice from the picture? Okay, it's Switzerland, something interesting at every turn. Okay, here we know that this article is about Switzerland. And you see here, there's a picture of a mountain. White mountain and the flag of Switzerland. Alright, then this text must be about Switzerland. Something interesting at every turn. Okay, the title says something interesting. Well, it should be something very positive about Switzerland. Okay, what are the interesting parts of Switzerland? What is noticeable from Switzerland seen from a map? Okay, this is the first question. You need to find the keyword of the question. The keywords are noticeable and map. And then this is how you try to find the answer. You scan the text to find the keywords. Scan the text to find the keywords. Noticeable and map. Here you are. The map and notice. Okay, after you scan the keywords and find the location of those keywords, you skim the sentence in which the keywords appear. You skim the whole sentence. If the keywords appear in the second sentence, you just read only the second sentence. You see, if you look at the map, the first thing you notice is that Switzerland has many mountains, including some of the highest in Europe. Okay, so this is the noticeable from the map. Noticeable thing from Switzerland stated in the map. It has many mountains and includes some of the highest in Europe. You see the mountains here, one of the highlights of Switzerland. And the next question, what are the official languages spoken in Switzerland? The keywords here are the official languages. Okay, now you scan the word official languages. Oh, there you are. This is the place where official language is located. And then after this, skim the sentence. In fact, there are 4 official languages in Switzerland: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Now, you can answer the questions. That's how you apply scanning and skimming to answer the question. This will reduce lots of time, so you can answer the question more quickly. You don't have to read every word here. You just answer one sentence for each questions. Right, that's how you scan, and that's how you that's how you skim, and you can apply it in reading the text in ELPT tests. Alright, now we came to the last section of this lecture, passages and questions. Reading comprehension has passages that cover a wide range of topics, but in general they can be classified as follows. Science and technology, well, the text is about science and technology, or it's about history, geography and culture, and maybe it's about art. Social science, biography. Knowing all these topics will help you to understand the text better. If you are knowledgeable in science and technology, reading text about science and technology will be easier for you. If you have no ideas about art, reading the simplest thing about art can be very difficult for you. Same with geography, history and culture, or maybe about biography. If you have background knowledge about it, or maybe your brain is prepared to read about it, well, reading the text in each topic will be easier for you. That is why previewing and predicting is very, very important. And the main types of questions asked in reading comprehension can be categorized as follows. Asking the main idea, the main topic, the main purpose, and about factual questions, negative questions, scanning questions such as where in the paragraph, or inference questions such as this means that, what does the author infer, or something like that. And vocabulary in context questions, these questions looks like this. What is it? What does the word in line 5 means? Such as, and reference questions. He referred to, she referred to, it referred to, that referred to, something like that. Each question in the reading comprehension has 4 options which are equal grammatically. Remember, they are equal grammatically. In most cases, those options will be equally logical choices for someone who has not carefully read the passage. If you try to look for the the answer who grammatically correct, and you expect that the other choices are grammatically incorrect, well, you're wrong, because every options are grammatically correct. And they have logical choices. They are logical. And the correct answer is the one that agrees with the text. the correct answer is the one that agrees with the text. So you have to be very, very careful in grasping the ideas of the text. You don't have to read all the sentences in this text. You just need to do the scanning and the skimming. And when you do the skimming, you have to be very flexible and read the sentence where the answer might appear very, very carefully so that you can get the idea of that sentence. You get the information precisely, just the way it is stated. And incorrect choices are generally based on information that is found in the passage but does not correctly answer the question. You see, like I said before, that might be logical and might be stated in the passage, but that does not correspond with the answer. That does not correspond with the correct information. So you have to be very, very careful in choosing the correct answer. Okay, see page 15 on your module for more explanation and samples of each question in each category. Okay, that's it for the explanation. See you again. Bye-bye.